Hey everyone, Chase Newton here. This is my SGS 340 debate on why the United States should not continue support for Saudi Arabia with weapons and other military help. So initially, aside from the bombings of Yemen and the obvious human rights abuses, the main point that I wanted to bring up and clarify is that Saudi Arabia is the most destabilizing and dangerous force in the region. So U.S. support for Saudi Arabia undermines what the U.S. is trying to do, and stopping our support could only increase our political and economic partnerships with the neighboring countries of Saudi Arabia. The bombings also disrupt Yemeni anti-Al-Qaeda and Taliban operations, which obviously goes against what the United States would like to happen there. Saudi Arabia also supports jihadist insurgents, not only with military weapons that the U.S. possibly supplied, but also with intelligence gained from the U.S. Due to our partnership that we have with them. The bombings and the U.S. support for Saudi Arabia only prolongs the civil war that's occurring in the region, which promotes anti-American sentiment, and it increases the amount of Al-Qaeda and Taliban fighters in the region, which obviously, again, goes against what the U.S. is trying to do. On-the-ground sentiment and human intelligence reveals that the Yemeni locals don't view these bombing campaigns as Saudi-led. They view them either as U.S.-led or U.S.-Saudi combined-led, because we're the ones providing the planes, the bombs, and the funding. So that, again, breeds anti-American sentiment in the region, and it goes against working on bettering relations with them, yeah, goes against that. So the next point I wanted to bring up was that Saudi Arabia, the royal family, routinely undermines American values and interests and what we're trying to do in the region. A couple different ways. The suspected involvement in 9/11 obviously should raise red flags and make you curious why we're still helping them out, when the main point of our involvement in the Middle East, if you want to argue this way, is anti-terrorism works. So funding the Saudi Arabia government and having them promote terrorist groups goes against what we're trying to do. Saudi Arabia agreed to purchase $350 billion worth of American military infrastructure and weapons over a period of 10 years, which goes to show that not only does Saudi Arabia have enough money to do that, but they also have plenty of weapons and plenty of power, which is what the U.S. can provide when assisting another country, right? So just that alone can show that they have plenty of funding and wealth gained from their oil fields and whatnot in the region. I guess a main point in arguing that we should continue supporting the region is oil. But if you look at it statistically, the U.S. dependence on oil, not only in the region but in general, has been steadily declining due to increases in energy technology and the U.S. Petroleum sector increasing. So that itself is a good example of why we need to stop support of Saudi Arabia, not only economically but politically, and cut all ties, in my opinion. So